I am the Marquis de Lafayette. My full name of the French aristocracy is Marie-Joseph Polyvroche-Gilbert de Mortier, le Marquis de Lafayette, a Frenchman who volunteered to serve in the American War for Independence. I think that my impact on the outcome of the war was that not only did I share my military knowledge with the soldiers I had the honor and privilege to command, but my influence at the French court at Versailles of trying to convince the king and his ministers, Vergennes, that they should help America. And I was quite influential with that. I truly believed in this cause that you were fighting for. In truth, I felt it was a cause like none other. In 1824, I received the invitation from President Monroe to come as a guest of the nation. We were in the process of a great election. I think there was also a renewal of American patriotism and to try to gain unity in the 24 United States. So by me returning, I am reminding the American people of their history. For I am a firm believer that all of the answers to the future can be found in the past if we study our history. And by me recounting many of the tales of the war and my experiences and the people I knew, it would inspire the American people to be an even greater nation than they are. The tour of the United States was not to be as long as it ultimately turned out to be. It was only to be a few months to visit some of the states that I had visited during the war, but I kept receiving more and more invitations. So it began in New York City on the 16th of August, 1824, to Boston, meet with John Adams, a former president, at his home at Quincy. Then I would travel southwards. I would even go to Philadelphia, where I went to that place where you declared for independence. Then southwards to Baltimore, and then to the federal city at Washington, where I would meet with the president. I would go to the great hamlet of Williamsburg as well. Then I would go out west to Charlottesville to visit my dear friend and third president, Thomas Jefferson, at his beloved Monticello. Then I would winter in the federal city from 24 to 25, and then I would get to visit places I had never been before, such as Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, up the Mississippi River into the Ohio Valley, into western Pennsylvania, western New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, even Maine, and then back to the federal city where I would depart in September of 1825. On my tour, I took the opportunity to speak out against the horrible institution of slavery, of which my entire life I have been fighting against. But it's not just the institution of slavery that I was fighting against, but the treatment of the Native Americans, the rights and privileges of mankind. I'm excited to come back to America, to meet the American people, to see how far that they have gone, to see if they have prospered or failed, and what needs to be changed still. I want to remind them of their grand history, a history which I had the honor and privilege to take part in. And I am hopeful to meet many new faces that I have never met before. I am hopeful to go to places that I have never ventured to, in the hope that I can see the common factor in all the American people. The love of liberty, the love of freedom, the love of prosperity and a greater future.
This year marks the 200th anniversary of my return back to Williamsburg, so I look forward to seeing you all here in October.